All right. Welcome back, everybody. This is everybody's favorite character, it seems like, Akuma Shenseki. And I mean, there's a good reason why. He represents the balance in the world, that everybody is at odds. We have the gods and the demons, they're against each other. We have the angels against the demons. It's honestly seeming like the demons are against like everybody. But Akuma is the son of the demon lord, Zykonin, and he's actually the prince, but he also has another brother who's a prince who also dislikes him. Everybody in the world seems to dislike him because he's Zykonin's son, because Zykonin literally causes every war, every suffering within the main cast and everything like that. I won't tell you in what ways he does, but he affects the plot majorly. And obviously that affects Akuma as well. Kuma is since due to his backstory and everything like that. Akuma is like sheltered. He shelters himself. He doesn't necessarily like to open up about his emotions. He doesn't necessarily like to lean on anybody. He's your typical loner at first, especially when he meets Ryu and Kiyomi. But over time, they get to him and everything like that. They get him to open up a little bit more. He starts expressing himself and being able to be who he really wants to be, and on top of that, not let his demon form like hold him back. Like, because before he met Ryu and Kiyomi, he never would use his demon form because he thought of it as a way of like symbolizing his father and everything, and people were only going to see him as his father. And on top of that, if he uses too much of his demon form, which he can't control, then he loses control and he would turn into what he calls a monster. Like, he would attack anyone or anything for any reason. So instead of letting that define him, he rather uses elemental light matter of electricity and lightning instead of using his dark matter powers. But his dark matter powers feed on the negative energy, especially because he's a demon, so it's more enhanced. So he has to watch his temperament a lot more than, let's say, Ryu would. Ryu also does have dark matter powers as well, but the difference is he doesn't have as much as Akuma does, and he's not a demon. So it's very different there. Another thing is Akuma is a demon god hybrid as well, but most people recognize him for being Zykonin's son, the demon prince. So most people just consider him a demon anyway. They don't really care about the god side of him too much. More so than they would like Ryu, because Ryu is a god human mix, which is much more like looked down upon in this world, because humans are seen as like the lower tier and everything, and gods are like, higher up, and demons are also, they're like mid tier. They would like, humans don't like them, gods don't like them, but it doesn't matter because they're powerful. Anyway, Akuma though, he has a lot of abilities and he's very tactical with his attacks. He has range attacks. He can do physical combat. He also has a lightning blade. He's a pretty calm character for the most part, but he can get aggressive when he needs to. He has a very soft spot for people who have like a soft spot for him. You don't really have to try crazy hard to like reach him and everything like that. And when I say that, I mean like his friends, he knows who's his friend and he knows who's his foe. But at the same time, you can get through to him if he is going like berserk in his demon form or something like that. Akuma, he represents like what I'm really trying to get through in the story, like the emotions, how you do need to use your emotions. It's okay to use your emotions, and also how they can affect you. But I'm using it through like elemental light matter, dark matter, using it through the matter because his emotions affect his matter powers and all of that. It's all based on how his emotions are. If they're heightened, they can increase it, but they can also lead to exhaustion and everything like that. But if they're too low, then he won't be able to, his attack potency won't be enough. So it all keys on how his emotions are and also like how much he trains and everything like that. Akuma has dedicated himself to really like trying to change the narrative on the demons in the story and also get a hold of his dark matter and light matter side, his demon side and his god side. He's trying to mend them together even though society in this world has told him hey, like they don't go together. That's not supposed to work. But he's just like, nah, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna try my best. And he's really like a second main character. I know this has been a long session, but Akuma is honestly one of the coolest characters I have and one of the most favorite. Not only because like he's the deuteragonist, I guess you could say. I more so like it say he's like the second main character in this because he pushes a lot of the plot forward as well, just like Ryu, and he has a lot of emotional moments that carry weight. And him and Ryu are like best buds. They push each other. They're rivals, but they also respect each other. You know, they respect each other. They help each other with each other's emotions. They help each other bring out the best in each other. And especially Kiyomi. Kiyomi is the character that ties like everything together. If y'all want a video on her, let me know. But yeah, Akuma is honestly one of the best characters in here, in my opinion, and honestly everybody else's. Um, if y'all want to know more about any more characters, just let me know. I probably will do another one. I might do it on Isamu. But yeah, this is Akuma Shinseki, the Demon Prince.